All right, how you doing, everybody? It's Phil with New York Rocks TV. I'm sitting here with one of the firefighters. His name is Robert. Robert, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, good. But Robert, talk about your story. Now you're down here for the Zadroga bill, and they have to. Everybody here has to keep coming down here, for the health care because they keep on running out of money, or they run out of of health benefits. Talk about why you're here and a little bit about yourself and where you're from. Yeah.
I'm from Staten Island. I was a fireman on 9/11. I was
Right.
21 years old. Um, I started getting sick about 7 or 8 years ago. Turns out I had polyps all over my sinuses.
The ultimate interview photo bomb. Let me tell you something, guys. This man is a hero.
He is, man. They all are, because they all were there for us, and the least we could do is be there for them, you guys. And because, like, when we need help, who do we call? We call the fire department. Who do we call? The police department. We don't call anybody else to help us when we're in an emergency. We call 911. So talk about that.
Well,
When elected, I will make sure.
my answer would be sometimes you don't even have to call, and that's what happened on 9/11.
Right.
I mean, half the firemen who died that day were off duty. You know, we don't talk about that enough. How many jobs in this country would people show up on their day off when they could die? Not many. So you're dealing with people who are resilient, who are tough, and that's why we're here, because we're not going to give up. I mean, if we give up, we'd be doing a disservice to all the guys that died that day and all the guys who've died since. Guys like Firefighter,
Right.
guys who John McNamara, all the guys who came down here before, in between chemo treatments. If I can't come down here, what does that say about me when they could do it?
It's amazing because they came down here no matter what, and they were sick. There were so many men that were down here, and ladies and people that were suffering with 9/11, and they're no longer with us. And it's like only been, let's say, 5, 6 years, and they're no longer here. They can't even be part of it anymore because they're no longer with us.
Yeah, I'm the third guy to come down here in this wheelchair.
Right.
This was raised before it was mine. So it's tough. The faces change. You see it every time we come down here. There's different faces because guys don't make it. It's the tragic reality of the situation is it's not going away. Whether or not they fund this bill, it's not going to change what's going to happen to all of us.
Right.
And there's not a person that was there that doesn't think about it all day long. How could you not? 10,000 cancers already, and we haven't even reached 20 years. 40 men with breast cancer. Diseases that we really shouldn't be getting. So it's hard not to think about it. So
Talk about, let's say, when you were at 9/11 happened. What happened? How'd you respond that day? Talk about that. Yeah.
well, I was just about to the Verrazano Bridge. I was going to try out for the FDNY hockey team, and I could see it. So I just turned around. I didn't really know what to do because I hadn't even stepped foot in a firehouse yet. I just finished the academy the day before. So I called my older brother, he's here. He was on the job, and he just said, "Go home and get your gear." So I went home. I got my gear, and then the rest is history.
So you actually responded on September 11th, the day of?
Yeah, we all went to the closest firehouse, and then they took us over there on buses.
Did you end up you went up into the building? Then
No,
you
they had already collapsed by the time I got there. So.
I mean, it happened so fast.
Yeah, and while we were mustered up, they came looking for O negative blood, and I'm O negative, so I had to go. I gave a pint of blood before I went down there. So
Well, I know I seen a lot of videos of after it just happened. There was just a cloud of gray smoke and dust, and you couldn't even see 5 feet in front of your hand, right?
yeah, you could. I mean, whatever mask they gave us, those
Right.
painter's masks. I mean, you couldn't wear it for longer than 5 minutes. The dust was caked on your face, with the sweat. It was, it was like cake batter. So you could eat it. That's how thick the air was. Excuse me.
I seen that even the ones with the cartridges would just get so clogged right away.
There's no point. Right, exactly. You needed an enclosed breathing apparatus. Right.
So a lot of people suffered from that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people still suffering for
Talk
that.
about your health now. Now, Now, how'd you end up in the wheelchair? What happened with that?
Well, I'm in the wheelchair because I have neuropathy. I have neurological issues, so my legs will just go numb while I'm walking. So I could walk around the house. I could walk a little bit, but I can't do 8 miles through Congress. So I'm in a wheelchair.
Do you have like pains? It gives you sharp pains. You get that too.
Burning pains. I'll wake up and feel like someone's cutting my leg off. Like just. That's, you know, if you have neuropathy, then you know what I'm talking about.
I do. I know what I'm talking about. It's sharp
just-
pains and
Right.
numbness,
The
extremities.
pains. Right.
Hit
Extremities.
your hands too.
Mhm.
Your hands, your legs,
Yep.
your feet.
Mhm.
Your feet. Yeah. And sciatica and all that stuff
I
you
don't
get.
have sciatica. I have I had a double discectomy, 2 of them, in my neck, but my lower back is fine for now. So
Now, how many times have you been down here? Been down here a couple times already now?
down here, I think they said this is our 7th trip this year since October, and I came down in 2015. Probably off 5 or 6 times also. Not nearly as many as a lot of these guys, but I'm here now.
You got to tell everybody, like you said before, how important it is to come down here, and you come down here and you're obviously in a wheelchair, but there's other people that should come down here and you got to support the bill, you got to stand up, you have to fight for your rights, to get what you need,
That's true. Well, I am wearing my Beastie Boy socks, so you got to fight for your right.
Brooklyn.
That's right. But it's funny, but it's not. I mean, we shouldn't have to be here. You know that. This is ridiculous. 17 years later, I got to, come down here twice a month to talk to somebody who was in 2nd grade on 9/11. It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
You didn't have to say anything. You just showed up that day, and it's like you shouldn't have to beg for health care. And, it's like you responded and you were there and you got affected. So now we need to take care of you guys,
That's right.
Well, I want to thank you, Robert, and best of health and best of luck to you.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.